Yes! Hey everyone, and welcome back to another brand new episode of The Completionist. So, we've been waiting as Americans a little bit longer than the Europeans out there on Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm happy to say that it's out today and we can finally play it, but me and Yoshi games tend to have a really weird history. I'm really bad at Yoshi games, more specifically Yoshi stories, so I'm hoping that with Yoshi Woolly World, I'll have a completely different experience. Or else you're going to see me suck really bad at Yoshi today. So with that said, let's take a look at Yoshi's Woolly World. A few years ago, a company named Goodfield created what I consider to be one of the most boring experiences on the Wii, Kirby's Epic Yarn. In my opinion, Nintendo consistently creates solid games. But when I played Kirby's Epic Yarn, I almost fell asleep during a lot of my playthrough. You can't really die in the game and it's severely simplistic. The graphical aesthetics, however, were really something special. Look how cute it is. 2 years ago, at E3, we were shown Yoshi's Woolly World for the first time, and I had never been more enamored with how a game looked. The amiibo alone being made of yarn is worth the price of admission. One of the art directors of the game, Emi Watanabe, made the Yarn Yoshi for her fellow developers to cheer them up, and it ended up becoming a part of the amiibo strategy, the Yarn Yoshi plushie amiibo series. Yet with all this said, I've got Kirby's Epic Yarn still burned into my brain. I do feel a little cautious about Yoshi. Could this game change my mind about the yarn style of gaming? But all I really know is, I'm ready for a yarnish adventure. If you've played Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's New Island, or Yoshi's Story, you'll know exactly what to expect from the plot of Yoshi's Woolly World. It's not a complex story, and it gets straight to the point. Everything in this game is made of yarn. Every single thing. In our Woolly World of Yarn, the yarn-based Yoshi clan is trotting about in their little community, when suddenly, Yarn Kamek shows up and turns all the Yoshis into bundles of yarn. He wants to get as much yarn as possible so he can power up Yarn Baby Bowser to an ultimate powerful state. Meanwhile, a few of the Yoshis manage to hide in the center of the Yarn Egg Shrine. When Kamek starts to flee, a few of the Yoshis try to stop him, and he foolishly starts dropping bundles of yarn all over the different worlds in the game. There's 66 Yoshis that have been dismembered. Well, no, not actually dismembered. Remember, they're all made of yarn, so they're just kind of taken apart. Kind of like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. It does not hurt them. At least I hope so anyways. Either way, it's up to us to save all the Yoshis and stop Kamek and Baby Bowser from their cute but evil plot to absorb the world's yarn. For a game like this, the plot is appropriately simple. No Baby Mario or Baby Luigi this time around, and that's totally okay because we've got nearly 66 Yoshi brothers we've got to save, and that's not even including all of their amiibo brethren either. Simple is as simple is for Yoshi's Woolly World. But one thing is for certain, this game looks really freaking clean, like look at it. There's not even a spot of dirt anywhere. If there's one thing to take away from this review, it's that Yoshi's Woolly World is one of the best looking, sounding, and feeling games on the Wii U. And I know that's a big statement, but I've never felt better while playing a Wii U game before, and my smiles are a direct result of the game's entire presentation being clean, polished, and basically perfect. From the minute you boot the game, you're hit with wonderful visuals that are utterly captivating. Hell, even before you boot the game, the box art is already drawing you in. When was the last time you've seen box art that conveyed everything you needed to know about a game's art style exactly as intended? If you're window shopping and you come across this game, it's already in your shopping cart, baby! Look, I may be a grown man, but I'm chilling with these Yoshis for hours. hours. At first, I thought the main musical theme of the game would get old real quick, but there's actually nearly 64 original tracks in the game, meaning almost every single level has its own music, and all of it is awesome. There's a few tracks that are reminiscent of older Yoshi titles, and there are some that are reminiscent of other Nintendo titles too, like Mario Galaxy and Zelda. Recognizing these auditory allusions is just another way that this game's impressive presentation makes me smile from ear to ear. There's so many different styles of music included in this game. There's country, jazz tracks, Jazzy Jeff tracks. Alright, that last one I made up, but look, if DJ Jazzy Jeff had a song in this game, I wouldn't put it past Nintendo. This soundtrack is killing it. Let me reiterate, everything is made of yarn. Every single thing is made of yarn, and I love it! Aesthetically, it all works. Freaking look at Poochie! Poochie the dog is way too cute. I want a dog made of yarn that just cares about me a lot. I'll name it Kratos, the Yarn of War. Wait, Dog of Yarn of War. There we go. The overworld is so colorful, peaceful, and serene. The in-stage level designs make you feel like you're just a part of this bigger playset, almost as if we, the player, are kind of like an amiibo in a Master Hand playset. Whether you're being attacked by a large fish in the woods on a waterfall made of fabric, or you're in the clouds hopping on reappearing rainbows, or if you're just eating everything in sight and turning it into a weapon. Yoshi's Woolly World reminds you, the player, are just as mortal as the environment around you. And that's not a sad or a depressing thing, it's a fun realization. And the crowning glory of the game's overall design? The hard stages. Legitimate difficulty. There are challenges to playing the game, and it feels great to overcome these challenges the deeper and deeper you get. In short, there's plenty of high stakes. I don't mean food, I'm talking about personal investments and conflict on every stage. Although I am hungry, low-key.
I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth.
At the core of the gameplay, Yoshi Woolly World handles like a lovely blend of previous Yoshi titles, but also brings a lot of variance with regard to gameplay to keep the game plenty fresh and challenging. There's 6 different worlds that the Yoshis must travel to, with 8 main stages and 1 unlockable secret bonus stage, equating to 54 stages total. This may not sound like a lot, but since this isn't really the kind of game that you can just blow through, the game provides plenty of content to keep you busy. There's different stage environment hazards and secrets everywhere to be found, so you're gonna be here a while. Let's talk basics. Yoshi can jump, flutter, ground pound, eat enemies, turn them into eggs, or yarn balls in this case, and toss them at enemies. Since Yoshi's also made of yarn, he transforms depending on his actions. Instead of having a simple running animation, Yoshi turns his feet into wheels. While fluttering, he turns his feet into a mini helicopter propeller. The flutter mechanic in Woolly World is so tight, you feel like a badass when you're about to die, and you recover just by the thread of your feet. While we're on the topic of transformations, Yoshi can morph into different vehicles based on the obstacles he encounters in the game. These transformations temporarily change the gameplay drastically, which provides a fun minigame experience. Maybe he's a speed bike, maybe he's a mole or an airplane, maybe he's a big version of himself destroying everything in sight like Godzilla. Maybe, just maybe, Yoshi becomes a mermaid. Yes, you heard me right, Yoshi becomes a mermaid. And you know what? Yoshi looks awesome as a mermaid. Mermaid Yarn Yoshi, tearing up the charts since 2015. I'm in. Every single stage features 5 bundles of yarn. These bundles, once collected and after beating the stage, will unlock a new playable Yoshi. That means between beating the game and going above and beyond to complete the game, you can get up to 66 different playable Yoshis. And these costumes are so wonderful and diverse. I couldn't tell you my favorite one because each one I unlocked made my heart flutter. Guys, I might be in love with this game a little bit. Or I might have a heart murmur. And that's not all. Just about every commercially available amiibo is compatible with the game. Using one of those amiibo will unlock a fully playable Yoshi in the game with a design that matches the character on the amiibo itself. But not every amiibo works this way. Sadly, the Pokemon amiibo don't unlock a unique Yoshi. They just show a generic amiibo that says Yoshi Amiibo. It's a green Yoshi with a amiibo logo on its stomach. That's my biggest complaint about this game, as this was also the same issue I had with Super Mario Maker. Speaking of Yarn Amiibo, there's 3 specific character Yarn Amiibo for the game: Green Yoshi, Blue Yoshi, and Pink Yoshi. There will be a Mega Green Yoshi later on this year, which is basically a big yarn Yoshi doll. These Yoshi Yarn Amiibo add the same effect as the Cherry power-up from Mario 3D World, where you'll get multiple Yoshis to control on screen. It's kind of useful, but it's really just chaotic. On the topic of chaotic, the co-op in Yoshi Woolly World is a ton of fun. It's pretty great to use your friends as bait to kill enemies while you kind of trample each other left and right. But that kind of gets old real quick if you're just trying to actually beat the game. I am a bit competitive, so it was hard for me to focus on the task at hand when my friends kept eating me. But it's still very, very well done. Like this steak I'm about to eat.
Ignorance is bliss.
Let's shift gears here and talk about those steaks we were talking about earlier. Not the food steaks, the other steaks. In traditional Yoshi fashion, we've got to collect 5 sunflowers, beat the levels having full life, which means not taking a hit and getting 10 hearts to fill your life bar up, and find the 5 yarn bundles in every single stage. The yarns get more Yoshis, the sunflowers unlock the 1 bonus stage per world, and the hearts are just more of a checklist thing to do. But since this is a Wii U title, we also have to find the 20 hidden stamps in every stage. These stamps are hidden collectible cute gems you get in every stage. Finding these can be pretty difficult, as you'll need to check for every secret question cloud you can find, or try and find certain areas that are pushable. Maybe they're just a literal secret. To give you an idea of how big Yoshi's Woolly World is, let's do some math here, okay? 40 collectibles per stage times 8 stages per world with an extra bonus stage, so that makes 9 stages per world. At 6 worlds total, you're talking about collecting 2,160 things in the entire game. Yeah. Oh, but we're not done yet. Killing enemies and beating stages unlocks access to the Scrapbook Theater, which has 64 music tracks and 73 enemies in it. Hey, completionists, you've got your work cut out for you. You think you can do it? Think you can do my job? Let's talk about some more stuff, shall we? Badges. The gems that you collect in every stage act as currency for you to spend on these temporary power badges. These badges, as you beat the stages and unlock them, kind of break the game, incidentally enough. Most of them are fun little bonuses you get, but the best one I've used the most was the Secret Revealer badge, which shows me any and all secrets in each stage. And you know what? I still couldn't complete stages in one run, as it doesn't reveal every secret. That's how you know the game is well designed. Even it can't help you when it says it will. The levels in this game are not only fun, but they tend to make you think. You may need to defeat a certain enemy with a very particular trajectory of your egg toss. There's a platform that has a wireframe that needs some yarn, so toss an egg yarn at it. A chain chomp made of yarn is just a rolling platform, but eating it makes it a playful wireframe chain chomp that you'll have to lure around sometimes. These small details of using yarn make every single level so diverse. It's the best thing about this game. Every level is so drastically different, you'll never feel like you're repeating a level. Now, this isn't a complaint so much as an observation, but the enemies look so damn cute that you don't want to murder any of them. Look at that Shy Guy, just literally chilling, doing nothing, just being him. How about this family of puffins? Their parent is expendable, and you can just use them as eggs to create cloud platforms. Sometimes, it's hard to distinguish what's friendly and what's foe. The boss fights are pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy here. Being patient is the key, but your patience is definitely tested when you're trying to do a full life run of a stage. It's not that bad, but you just gotta be quick and you gotta react accordingly. The last 9 stages in World 6 will test everything you've learned from the game, from using new mechanics like Velcro conveyor belts to fluttering and throwing eggs at the same time while avoiding a bunch of scary-ass enemies. One of my favorite levels in the game is the final level, as in order to fight Baby Bowser and Kamek, You need to find the 4 colored Shy Guys in the level and shoot them at their corresponding Bowser statues. It feels kind of open worldish as you gotta explore all 4 corners of the level to find all the Shy Guys. Running into old enemies is fun enough. It's a tiny micro trip down memory lane with some of the design work. After restoring the 4 baby Bowser statues, it's time for the end game. You'll need to outrun an auto-scroller Kamek portion to get to the red Bowser door. Bowser comes out, dopey as ever, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Take him out, do your stuff. After a pretty straightforward boss fight, Kamek super juices Baby Bowser to become huge Baby Bowser. No big surprise here for you Yoshi veterans, but this boss fight is one of the more awesome moments in the game. It combines what we've loved about the Yoshi Island Bowser boss fight with the 3D Mario boss battle, and it works very well. Fluttering around and tossing large yarn balls at super yarn bundles has never been this fun before. Granted, no one's really done that before, but hey, if there was a competition for it, Yoshi Woolly World would be the first. And so, with the defeat of Kamek and Baby Bowser, our happy clan goes back to normal, all united once more. Collecting everything in the game actually does a lot of things to keep the content fresh long into the end game. Let's break it down a bit. Beating all 8 levels with collecting all the sunflowers unlocks the 9th secret stage in every world. These stages will test your skill as they're really hard to beat. Getting all the yarns in these stages, however, will get you a console-themed Yoshi. From Wii U to Wii to GameCube to the 64, the Super Nintendo, and the Nintendo Entertainment System. You get pretty nostalgic with these costumes. Once you've beaten the game, you'll unlock Boss Challenge Mode. Beating all the bosses again on a harder difficulty will unlock Bronze, Silver, and Gold Yoshis. They look so great with their shinies and sparklies. The big reveal of collecting all the sunflowers in the game is that it will unlock the last stage in the center of the world map at the Egg Shrine called Wonderful World of Wool. This is the equivalent of Champions Road from Mario 3D World, where you'll need to play the whole level, get all the collectibles, and beat it without getting hit. Beating the level and getting all of the yarn bundles will reveal the shiny Platinum Yoshi. When you complete each level, you'll get a star on the overworld hub and a faded flower in your world list menu when you complete them all, excluding the amiibo. At the time of this video, I have every amiibo commercially available, with me missing out on Falco and Mega Yarn Yoshi being released for later on this year. But as far as I can tell, getting all the stamps and beating the stages without getting any hits at all goes towards unlocking badges and simply acts as another thing on your checklist for completion. Yoshi's Woolly World is wonderful, so damn wonderful. I wish I could have taken my time with this game because it's so imaginative and thoughtful. It's going to be one of the most underrated experiences out there this holiday season. I cannot recommend it enough, and no, I wasn't paid by Nintendo to say these words. The thing to remember about Yoshi Woolly World is that it's about the overall experience. Is the gameplay different from previous Yoshi titles? No, but it's like taking a lovely walk in the park and all you hear is mellow music, birds chirping, and there's yarn things everywhere. I want my Yarn of War Dog! I really want that, you guys. Yoshi's Woolly World was a delightful experience I wasn't expecting to have going into playing this game. In a world filled with FPSs and free-to-play games left and right, here we have Yoshi Woolly World stuck right in the center with its childlike aesthetics and wonderful gameplay. And you know what? I cannot recommend it enough. So, with that in mind, guys, I give this game my completionist rating of Complete It.
Complete it!
Hey guys, thanks for watching today's episode of The Completionist. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right there. And hey, while you're at it, if you want some more Yoshi content, check out Wyatt the Nerd's awesome artwork he did for this episode. There's a little speed art video right there in the corner. You can see a time-elapse of him doing the artwork. And if you missed last week's episode and you want to see the train wreck known as Pepsi Man, give it a click right over here in the corner. Now back to me! That's always such a weird thing to say. That's all the time we've got for today, guys, so please, as always, let us know what you thought about today's episode somewhere on the internet. all fun stuff. You got your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Reddits, your Tumblrs, your Instagrams. I use all those things. Guys, thank you for today. Thank you for always. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with another brand new episode. Now, if you excuse me, Mark, I don't know, surprise me. Put something with Yoshi. Anything that you want. Be civil, though. I always get nervous when I give Mark civil liberty reins on this thing. I don't know what he's gonna do. It scares me sometimes. He's laughing right now. You can't see, but he's like chuckling to himself. Now I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about what you're about to see. Also, I don't know why my hands. I don't know if you can see my hands, but I'm like pooping around like this. I don't know why. Go cut to the footage, because this is. I quit. I'm done.
Yoshi.